Greetings. Today is May 22nd. I want to talk to y'all about love and walking in love. When you see the homeless person on the street irritated, just remember they're hungry. You don't have to take offense because they're not acting in a way that is normal. They're not normal. They're homeless. It's not normal to be homeless. They're hurt. Broken people hurt people, hurt people. It's they can't help it. They hurt. They in survival mode. So let's take it to work. People who are surviving and struggling to make ends meet, they tired. They not gonna be the nicest people. They not gonna greet you and treat you the way you want them to. So let me drop some more knowledge and say just because people went to college, that don't mean that the degree has emancipated them mentally from the ratchetness, the disrespect, the relationship paradigm that has not shifted their mind to be more fruitful and productive. We got people with D-D's, master degrees and all these that still don't know how to relate in a relationship, even though part of their job makeup may be dealing with certain aspects of relationships. Even though they may know how to do the physics on putting skyscrapers together, even though they may know the math to break down the different equations, multivariate equations. I mean, all this other stuff. I mean, they can talk as eloquently with English and write books and all this stuff, but they still may not know how to relate. You cannot relate without God. There are gifts that you have been given to relate. It's called love. Love will cause the feelings. When you walk in love, 1 Corinthians 13, Ephesians 4, Ephesians 3 through 6, that's love. The fruits of the spirit. Be kind. Be meek. Being meek don't mean being walked over. It means I am able to recognize the pause button. You may not be in a good space right now. Let me not be so quick to take offense and give you what I feel you deserve. Because that's making me a judge. And when I judge, then I become judged. Real quick. It's real quick now. You may not see it, but as you judge, you get judged. And I like to further say that be careful when judging. Make sure you are executing righteous judgment. For example, if you're at work and somebody's not following protocol, that's creating a ripple and affecting operation, safety, progress, whatever, yeah, call that out. But if somebody's not having the most comfortable of moments, sometimes you gotta let that slide because you don't know what they coming home from, what they coming to work. What, everybody can't separate work from home, but maybe in survival mode because they need to pay these bills. Because bills don't stop just because life keep life, like for real. Like what we doing? Bills don't stop. Hurricane happened, the mortgage still do. I mean, they may pause it, but it still do eventually. This world out here can be very heartless. So I'm just saying all this to say, be a little more patient. I'm growing in this too. Be a little bit more patient with people. It's not every time It's not a time. So in these times that you do have to endure, but just know it's your turn. It's just your turn. It's your turn. I can do what I want. Yeah, you can. But a healthy life is decent and in order. When things are not decent and in order, it says a lot going in that mind that's not productive, that's not healthy, that's not progressive. Um, and I just say, be careful of in your relationships going into maliciously just because something didn't go your way. You don't have to break stuff and throw a fit just to make somebody know you mad. The best gift of goodbye is I'm leaving you alone. And I'm looking for myself to open this hand and let you leave so I can receive something better. If you don't let the lesser go, you will never receive the better. I used to have rejection issues, but it's like I rather, I had, now this is real intimate. I had a situation where I realized why my last wife left. And something in that process broke her heart. Still don't know what it was, but I had a revelation of when your heart is not in a relationship, the best thing you can do is let a person go, because your heart allows you to be vulnerable. Your heart says I'm willing to try. Your heart says I'm in it to win it. But when your heart is not in it, you have no motivation to do anything in that relationship. You have no give. It's all take. And whatever you take will never be good enough. So the best thing you can do is leave that person, because you're going to keep subjecting them to your irritation and frustration of them not being the situation that you want to be in. So I've learned that rejection is direction for better. And as you level up in life, you will attract better. You will attract better. So don't be bitter because they left. Just know you're doing better. Whether you left or they left, just know it's your move for better. And I'm gonna say this too. Don't keep thinking grass always gonna be there. Sometimes you'll go in the desert because you shouldn't have left the green grass, or you thought the grass was green on the other side, but it was mirage that fooled you. So I'm saying, take care of your house. Walk in love at your house, meaning the people that you with. Don't sit up there and just make people accountable for your shortcomings. Grow up. And people, if they love you and they supposed to, and y'all, where y'all supposed to be, then people will hang around and give you space to grow. But don't keep throwing crap, because people don't like that. Flush your own toilet. Flush your own toilet. Don't keep bringing past relationships up in the new relationship, in the right now relationship. People don't like that. Like, learn. Let people know where you are. I know. Let people know where you are. I know. I'm driving through the sticks. But let people know where you let people know where you are. Let people know where you are in the relationship, mentally, emotionally, so that they can register and love you in the space that you're in, with boundaries, at a distance, however that needs to transpire. But don't leave people in the dark guessing. That's the word. You're not in a relationship. You're not giving what is needed when you leave people in the dark, and you can't effectively communicate how you feel. And if you're an emotional wreck and you can't deal with rejection, you can't deal with hurt, you sign up in relationships, you sign up to get hurt. Know that. You sign up to get hurt because you are dealing with imperfect beings. You're not dealing with God. That's why God is the only person you give your heart to, and everybody else you share your heart with. Because you got to have some love for yourself. Okay? You got to have something for yourself. So, with that being said, stop putting people on pedestals for them to be perfect. That's why we have grace and mercy as the foundation of love. Okay? The truth is what the Word of God said. The truth is, in relationships, you walk in love because nobody's gonna be perfect. That's why you're kind, you're forgiving, you are merciful. Mercy means I should whip your tail, but I'm not. Graceful means you don't deserve nothing, but I'm gonna give you the best. So we do these things as a love offering because love is based on a giving without expectation of return. Now, let me add a little tweak to that. When you're loving somebody in a relationship, there is expectation of return. That's the whole reason it's called relationship. I am expecting some favorable treatment. At very least, say thank you. At the very least, acknowledge that I did something good for you, good to you, good with you, to share, to care, to enjoy, to fellowship, to be companions, all of that, right? But the stranger, the neighbor, don't expect no return. You sowing seed in the ground. And in your relationship, you better keep watering the grass because the seed already been in the ground. By y'all saying y'all gonna be in a relationship. The seed is already there. So either you growing or you destroying the relationship. It's one or the other. Take the weeds out, water the grass. If it's a dead patch of grass over there, hey, put some seed down over there. Meaning, if we got an issue, deal with it. What is this issue? What is the let this issue come back in the future? Follow love, loving. Let me see what's going on. This is being kind. I'm being kind to you by telling you I don't like morning breath. So when you up there trying to kiss me and you got morning breath and I got morning breath, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm just hey, so we don't have this. I'm turning away like like I'm trying to tell you, or I mean that's a lame example, but just another example. I'm asking you a question and I'm trying to get an understanding. You keep saying the same thing. Just because you're saying the same thing, that don't mean I'm understanding it even different. Because you done changed the tone of your voice, the way you're saying it. I still don't understand it the first way you said it, right? If I didn't understand it the first way, how am I understanding it the second way? Are you saying the same thing? I don't understand. So be willing to modify in relationship to help the other person meet you along the way, meet you halfway, meet you at some point to say, okay, that ain't working, let's try something different. Sometimes it's simple as answering the question yes or no. You have to realize we all come from different backgrounds, cultures, identities, whatever. And we have to allow for grace and mercy in that. If we're saying we love this person, if we're saying we're in a relationship with this person, we're saying we want to be with this person forever, okay? Forever's until you die. So if I want to be with this person forever, then I have to allow myself to modify. Don't be with somebody because they a showpiece. Oh, you got the degree, you got the look, you got the car, you got the house, you got all the checklists on the surface. But do they really care about you? Are they gonna come get you when you're on the side of the road? Are they gonna make sure if you're a female that you walk in on the inside and they on the outside when you come down and walking down the street to make sure that you guard a position? And it could be different scenarios, but are they gonna do the best to guard your heart, even if it means walking away from you because they know staying with you may hurt you? And can you accept that? Can you accept responsibility for your part in breaking somebody's heart? Or are you still trying to make excuses and pass blame on other issues and instead of just own your part? This is love, people. This is love. From God to self to others. This is love. And it's okay to love people from a distance. Like, I may not be your intimate partner, but I can't be that person you can trust and rely on to when you need X, Y, and Z, A, B, C. I just can't be that intimate partner. Or maybe I can um be a instrument of consult or wisdom. You know, the relationship can modify and change and rearrange how it is. We, especially if a heartbreak has been, has happened. And when I'm saying heartbreak, I'm saying when a person is no longer allowed to give you their heart, when there's a shift, a rift, a spiritual move, or something that happened that somebody told you was non-negotiable. I mean, these are things we must take in consideration when we move. And, and I'm gonna say this, ladies especially, if you not your man biggest cheerleader, be careful, because he don't just look good to you. And I ain't trying to say niggas. I said it right. I ain't trying to say everybody is disloyal, and I'm gonna keep this on. I ain't perfect. So, now I want to start cussing, right? So, uh, I, I'm not saying that people are just going to be disloyal, but I am going to say if you're not watering your lawn, your relationship with the things to feed it, to help it to grow, you're starving that person. It's called emotional adultery. When you show consistently that you will show up for a job more than you show up for your mate, it is called emotional adultery. You're giving in a space that the other person needs you to give. I mean, if you come home tired and your mate has some need that needs to be met, hey, find time. Find time. Find time to relate in your relationship. Don't let work supersede everything. Sometimes we do have to go in survival mode, and that has to be okay. And this is love too. And I'm not being hypocritical or trying to be confusing by contradicting, but sometimes you get in a survival mode, and sometimes you're in a thriving mode. And the thriving is we got time for leisure activities and this, that, and the other. The surviving mode is okay, baby, we in debt. There's a whole lot of stuff going on right here. Okay, we can't eat out as much. This that right here got to change up right here. This the bill situation. Okay, so I'm gonna have to work this many hours. This. But this gonna be our time right here. Every day on this day, we're gonna spend time together. You know what I'm saying? We may not be able to, do it all up, go out and, this, all that, and the other. But we can spend time together. We can love each other, even in survival mode. I can tolerate the impatience a little bit more because I know you're tired. I can give you that mercy when I should go outside your head because you just snapped at me. I can give you that mercy because I know you're tired. And no, you shouldn't be snapping on somebody. No, you should have patience for this, that, and the other. Everybody got shortcomings. This is life. We talking about life. We talking about life. Y'all want to talk this fanciful world that don't exist nowhere, okay? And the folks who feel like it do, you on the wrong channel. You don't need to be listening to me. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna say, breathe. Know that everybody got their shortcomings. Know that we all have give and take as we relate. And why that person is maybe snappy and impatient, you may be on the other side, the person that's leaving stuff all around, ain't cleaning up behind yourself, and they clean it up behind you. I mean, so it's always give and take. Okay, it's balanced through. Enough of that. So I'm gonna conclude with this. Find the balance in your relationship. Find time to celebrate each other. Make sure you're each other's biggest cheerleader. Stroke each other's ego. Show each other that you are the one for me. Don't keep making excuses over and over again for stuff that you have not done, you're not willing to do, you're not going to do. At some point, you have to be true to the relationship. True to the relationship. You can be true to everything else, but you can't be true to this relationship. And be careful of social media. Be careful who you following. Because just because they paint a picture or they use makeup, and I ain't just talking about on their face and hair and all that stuff, just because they make up these scenarios, that don't mean it's real. Real people live in the real world, and not so busy trying to post and do the most. Think about it. Who's host in your mind? Whose post are you trying to make real? Real eyes realize the real lies they say. So stay away from the mess to reduce stress in your life, in the strife. Follow God, follow love, and love yourself. And then you can love somebody else. Have a good one.